away from 5,000 in her career. We'll keep an eye on that one for you.
And Seattle 5 for 5 from 3. They're kind of giving Golden State their own medicine.
Here's Chen with it. To Hayes on Melbourne. Hesitates, drives in with the right hand and in. And how about this? Just on cue, Tiffany Hayes could go to 5,000 at the free throw line.
Uses the screen, waits for it, but a little bit of a ghost screen there on Jade Melbourne. Hard to defend that because you don't really know how much you're fighting over, and even over the help from 6'6" Dom Malonga with a 7'1" wingspan. Hayes off the glass, that's a vet.
Valkyries have the highest scoring bench in the league, and they are leading now 12-3. And congratulations to Tiffany Hayes, 5,000 points in her 14-year WNBA career. Here's Melbourne with it. Drives in on Chen and gets the body. She's really adept at doing that, and she usually will go to the floor after the contact, and she'll go to the line for 2.
And she'll come up with a smile more often than not.
Yeah, and bruises.
And bruises and blood.
And we had a lost tooth earlier this year. We have that as well for Jade Melbourne.
She had one last year, the same tooth. She's just always fighting, scrapping. She is the junkyard dog that the Storm need to win games. When she's doing well, the Storm are doing well. And she came off the bench in that first game against Golden State, scored 13 points. Zaya Cook was good too, but they need their bench scoring. And Jade just provides a different spark, a different energy than Natisha does at point guard.
Averaging 9 a game overall for the season. Got a lot of that damage done in the first 5 games. She had double figures in every one of the first 5 games of the season, but only twice in the last 9 games. First Golden State lead since it was 5-3, and they add to it here as Tiffany Hayes goes to 5,002 points.
She got the Iverson cut early. 2 screens, and then went right to the rim.
Holmes, Flage to the corner. Good ball movement by Seattle. High post is Holmes. Puts it on the deck. Great D by Golden State this possession. Katie Lou Samuelson. She was out all of last year and a good portion of the first part of this season, but ever since she's come back, she's like a 3-ball-a-game player off the bench.
It makes such a difference to get your legs underneath you and the reconditioning and realizing how much it takes to get up and down the court and shoot threes. And now with the Storm 6 for 6, that's for sure the best start from 3 this season.
Kyla Charles tries to answer. That one's no good. Ooh, Dom Malonga just got hammered. Boy, that was a big shot, and both of them are down. Just an unfortunate collision there. It was an upper body of Tiffany Hayes to the lower body of Dom Malonga. Could not tell whether it was a thigh or a knee that got hit on Dom Malonga. Looks like she's holding the back of her leg.
Maybe a Charlie horse knee straight to the muscle. Ugh, painful.
Well, that is great news. Seeing Dom Malonga up, and it doesn't appear like she's jogging off the floor right now. Awafam will give her a break. Oh, my goodness.
That made her knee invert there.
It
Not
did.
something you want to see. But she is able to walk off.
She's over on the sideline. She's actually pointing her hip a little bit, so hopefully the hip actually took a little bit of that impact from the knee, because that very easily could have been a hyperextended knee the way Tiffany Hayes went into her.
Agreed. I think you're right about the hip. It was a high, where she was holding was pretty high up, so. Now we've got to jump off.
We do. Dom Malonga, they need her. There is no question about it. She is their #1 option offensively.
Essentially, what we just saw her kind of wave off the trainer, seemingly like she's all right.
Well, she's got a 32% usage rate. That's the highest in the league, just barely ahead of somebody named Asia Wilson. So that is how important Dom Malonga is offensively to the Seattle Storm.
And usage rate, for those at home that may not know, it's when the ball ends with that player's hands on it, either a turnover, a shot, or they're fouled. So the play is essentially run for them for the most part. The miss?
Yes.
That's scary. I mean, they were underrated this year. That's the scary thing for a Cheryl Reeve coached team.
Take a look at some of the storylines from around the league. We're in the midst of the Commissioner's Cup. Wraps up in 5 days with the championship game at the end of June, on June 30th. And we had a tip violation.
Storm basketball.
Golden State called for a lane violation there prior to the tip. Here's Melbourne. Katie Lou Samuelson goes right in at Salon and draws the contact. Nice job by Samuelson, who's really not known for her penetration ability, more known for her shooting ability. And with more on Katie Lou Samuelson, here's Chantel.
Well, Katie Lou returned from an ACL injury that kept her sidelined all last season, and she told me that it was a long journey, but she just took it day by day, but that her main goal was to get back. It also gave her perspective that she didn't have before being away from the game, and she said she's far more appreciative now. She says anytime she gets on the floor, she knows how things can change or happen, so she's just very grateful to be back. But most importantly, she gets to experience her first season back on the floor alongside her daughter, Aaliyah. Katie says she knows I play basketball, but now she's seeing me on the court in real action for the first time, and even she said her daughter loves seeing her in her jersey. It gets her excited, guys.
Yeah, she missed the whole 2023 season after giving birth to Aaliyah, so now Aaliyah's kind of old enough to get it a little bit. Like, hey, mom's out there playing basketball. This is kind of cool.
What a role model, too.
Oh,
I mean, to have your mom playing WNBA basketball. Aaliyah is all around. She's at games, at shoot-arounds, and it just seems like she brings so much joy to the team.
Katie Lou the rebound on cue. Here's Johnson. She's been quiet thus far. That will not continue. Jade Melvin inside Pham. Ooh, and a traveling violation. Right in front of the official, though. Gina Cross says, shuffle the feet. Tisha Heidemann back in the game. She is the leading scorer for either team, the only player with double digits. She's got 10 on a perfect 3 of 3 and 2 for 2 from behind the arc.
And the Storm still perfect from 3, 6 for 6.
You just jinxed them, didn't you?
Well, I already said it.
All right, that's fair. Salon for 3. Here's Heidemann on the run. She's got Jade on her left. Crossover dribble. Kicks it. Ball loose. Saved by Gabby, but not before she went out of bounds right in front of her coach.
And Gabby Williams, Jordan Horston, the matchup to watch right now. The first time before Gabby hit the bench for a bit, she was 1 for 4. Jordan Horston coming off a phenomenal defensive effort against Kelsey Plum.
Horston to the rookie Johnson against Gabby Williams. She's got screens both sides. Picks it up. Pham with 6 on the clock. Melvin the turn. Goes in and can't get it to go underneath of the basket. Chen double teamed. Williams on the push. Long pass to Tiffany Hayes. 15 on the shot clock. Goes right by Johnson. What a move. My goodness. Caitlin Chen. The extra pass. 3 ball. No good. Salon has been active on both ends of the floor, and she is fouled.
She's getting up and down the court and putting pressure on the Storm defense. Getting past that first line. The Storm on-ball defense is more important than ever, because if you get beat, your help defense has to come and step over just a little bit, and this team can kill you from 3. So if they get just a little bit of a window and they start feeling it, that on-ball defense is really going to be crucial for Seattle.
9 points, couple of rebounds, couple assists already for Salon. That shot blocked from behind. Charles tries to go up with it again. Tipped out of bounds. And overturned. It'll be Seattle basketball, to the delights of the crowd here at Climate Pledge Arena.
Nakase wants her team to get up a little bit, get some pressure on this Storm team, maybe create some momentum.
1 point Seattle advantage. Handoff, Heidemann, pump fakes, easy as you please, but can't get it to go. She was point blank.
Storm have missed a few bunnies inside now.
Chen back to Salon. Zondalicini. Caitlin Chen the 3. Good box out by Jordan Horston. Didn't allow anybody to get that basketball. Great seal off. We'll take a timeout here in Seattle with the Storm leading by 1. The WNBA Friday Night Spotlight presented by State Farm. Stretch. But in the last 4 games, 39%. So they have gone way up
And that's against Minnesota, the #1 defense in the league for most of the season. Vegas. Sparks, not the best defense, but tonight, the Valkyries, one of the top defenses for sure.
Flau'jae Johnson snaps it down, and Flau'jae's on the board. It usually does not take her 11 minutes to score a bucket, that's for sure.
No doubt.
Flau'jae has had a remarkable rookie season. First rookie with multiple double-doubles this year. She just got her second. Sandalissini. Jade working hard on her. 3-ball in the way. Burton, who's been quiet, that's off the mark. Rebound, Jordan Horston.
Golden State is 3 of 18 from three-point range right now. And the scary part is they keep shooting. That's because they know they'll go in eventually.
Are they good threes in your opinion?
Yeah, most of them are open. I mean, for Golden State, yes. Other teams, maybe not as much.
Jade Melvin gets all the way to the 10 and lays it up and in. Storm up by 5. Their biggest lead was 11.
I mean, the Storm are contesting well, but we've seen the Valkyries shoot, even with a strong contest all season.
9-0 run ends right there as Veronica Burton goes right up, beats the defense in Heidemann. Horston comes over to defend, and the &1 for Veronica Burton.
And Burton's so good at the floater, knowing exactly where the defense could meet her hand, so beating the shot blocker and Jordan Horston. When the threes aren't falling, Burton is the player to get inside the paint and score.
First bucket of the game for Veronica Burton. Talk about a player that you don't normally wait a whole quarter and a half to score, that's for sure. Johnson with it. Turns the corner. Bounce pass Awa Pham. Great defense by Kia Stokes. Oh, no, they're going to call a foul. I thought that was going to be a tie-up, and Kia's thinking along my lines.
Well, I think the place that Awa brought it to made Kia go over her shoulder. So Awa spins here, and I feel like the foul was called right around the time that Kia kind of hugged her.
There was a lot of simultaneous possession before she ever made that pivot, that's for sure. I think Seattle might have gotten a break there. Here's Heidemann with it. The roll by Pham. Heidemann keeps Burton on her hip, floats it up with the left hand, no good. Williams, they'll keep chucking, and there it goes. As you said, they keep shooting, it'll eventually go down.
Yeah, that's what you're taught. If you're a shooter at a young age, shooters keep shooting.
Oh, bounce pass, a beauty to Jordan Horston. Can't get it to go, but she'll go to the free throw line for 2 shots.
Horston moving so well off the ball in the last 2 games, in particular, the back cut. And Heidemann able to deliver it to the perfect spot.
Horston to the line shooting 2.
Here's Horston at the free throw line. That one's no good. The future of women's hockey takes center ice on the Scripps Sports Network. Don't miss the Professional Women's Hockey League 2026 draft. Coverage begins June 17th at 5 p.m. Eastern. Stream the Scripps Sports Network wherever you watch. Good news for Seattle. Not only Jordan Horston making the second free throw, but more importantly, Dom Malonga back in the game for the first time since that nasty-looking collision between her and Tiffany Hayes, with kind of a hyperextended knee. Here's Burton with it. Gabby Williams catch and shoot. That one's short. Rebound Burton.
Williams has taken 6 threes already.
Sandalissini. Good slide defense by Dom Malonga. Even better hands by Dom Malonga. Here's Awa Pham running the other way. Jordan Horston toes the line. Can't get it to go. Look at how high Dom Malonga went to get for that one, but it was ripped from behind by her French teammate, Janelle Salon. Here's Burton with it. Ball loose on the floor, and Heidemann comes up with it. Wild action, but no buckets here in the last 30 seconds.
And Golden State kind of out of sorts right now. They're not a team that turns the ball over. Not a team that misses this many threes. Seattle has dictated the pace.
And here is Burton all the way in, gets hammered, and she will go to the free throw line. Wow, some contact to the head there. That last three that was blocked, the first missed 3 by Seattle in this game.
That's his fifth foul is on number 4, Flau'jae Johnson.
Fouls on Flau'jae Johnson. They're going to review for a potential upgrade. And we've got a timeout on the floor here in Seattle with 2:55 left to go in the first half. 33-32. Valkyries by 1, looking to add right after.
Doesn't look intentional.
Flau'jae has a seat with 3 fouls by new Storm assistant coach Natalie Achonwa there. Great player in the WNBA. There's Natalie with Flau'jae. 34-32. Valkyrie's biggest lead was 4. Storm's biggest lead 11. Katie Lou Samuelson, she's just feeling that wasn't in rhythm. She just kind of caught it, looked around, said, well, there's nobody to pass to, so I'm just going to snap it like I've been doing most of the last 4 games.
And nobody close enough either. Gave her space.
Seattle 7 of 9 from 3-point range. Golden State 4 of 20. And yet Seattle's only up 1. That is good news for Golden State. There is no question about it. Step back, Zandalicini well short. And that will be a shot clock violation. And it'll be Seattle basketball following the turnover.
Yeah, Seattle's defense has to be proud right now. They've taken Golden State out of what they like to do, and it does help that the threes are not falling for Golden State. Most of them, I would say, are good shots. But the Storm, they're flying around, and what we saw that first game is they were really in their overhelp situations, learning each other defensively, learning how to trust, and leaving a lot of wide open shooters. Those shots are just a little bit less wide open tonight.
There's Heidemann with it. Regains her balance, and she snaps it. That was a tough shot because she was leaning a little bit, got her feet under her, and the lefty snapped it home.
8 for 10 are the Seattle Storm from 3.
Burton drives in on Heidemann. Now has a circle back. She's stonewalled. Gives it back to Tiffany Hayes. Hayes the crossover. Salon. Step back on Malonga. Oh, that is so nice right there.
So pure. Step back. She gets so much space with the step back, but then she also has the high release. It's just added bonus.
Oh, the WNBA in 2026.
Incredible.
This is just ridiculous. Here's Jade Melvin with it. Hook pass. Awafam. That one's off. 8 for 11. The Seattle Storm from behind the arc. A minute to play. Burton. Hayes, who passed the 5,000 point mark earlier in this game. She knocks down 2 more. Tiffany Hayes has had a nice game off the bench. She's 3 of 4, 7 points.
And when the threes aren't falling, they're now stepping in and taking jumpers, which still most coaches are happy with contested or tough 2s. But Golden State's found something that is working.
Heidemann thought about the step back. Bounce pass inside Dawn Malonga. One of the few times she's gotten really good post position. Gets her own rebound. Can't finish. Crowd wanted a foul there. Didn't get it. 3-second differential. You can hear the boos here at Climate Pledge Arena. Dom's frustrated she didn't get a call there. Milking the clock is Williams. 7 on the shot clock, 10 on the game clock. Accelerates in on Malonga. That shot is missed and last touched by Jade Melvin. Did not hit rim, so we will not have a reset.
And what Seattle's doing a good job of is making sure Gabby Williams doesn't have wide open lanes to her right. When she is driving right, she's lethal. We've seen in the last 2 games where she's put up 25 and 27 points. A lot of it is driving to her right.
Gabby to inbound, 2.4. Salon's got to get it off, and does, and hits again. How do you hit 2 in a row for Dawn Malonga like that? That is ridiculous. Here's Spahm's got to have to put it up from 60.
Gabby, a bit of a slow start offensively for your team, but you guys really picked it up. What did you like about the first 2 quarters?
Nothing. I didn't like anything. We need to do better.
All right, well, it's a 2-point game. What's going to be the difference in the second half?
Our defense and our energy.
Appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Okay, nothing. You can tell
Straightforward.
Gabby a little perturbed with the way her team played in the first half. It's a tie ball game as Seattle got the bucket. The first 2 of the game for Dawn Malonga. Here's Burton with it. Kick back. Salon. And they're already starting to warm up. Salon, you mentioned, had the 2 threes. Now she's got 3 of them. 3 of her team's 5 threes.
Yeah, the Storm going to Dom inside the paint right off the bat, something we've seen over and over again this season.
Heidemann goes behind the back, waits for a screen from Pham. Pham slips it, double team comes, and Damalanga can't handle it.
Well, the Storm had 3 turnovers in the first half. That was their second lowest of the season. It was phenomenal. Turnovers are going to be a thing in this one, but you see the defense has to over-rotate here. And the Valkyries, again, it's Salon, of course, hitting the open 3.
Hayes has it, triple threat, goes right in, kick back out, Gabby Williams. Good ball movement here by Golden State. Player movement as well, but they throw it away. Jordan Horston's got it for the Storm. Heidemann to the corner. Flau'jae Johnson tries to net her first 3 of the game, and she does. Flau'jae Johnson with 5.
It's a good sign for the Storm. Flau'jae getting going offensively. In the last 2 games, she has 13 assists, not a single turnover.
Gabbett answer, no good. Flau'jae now has a made 3 in 7 in a row and 9 of her last 10. Heidemann the 1-2, in and out. How does Seattle keep this close and potentially win the game after shooting so well from 3 and yet trailing by 2 at halftime?
On-ball defense, honestly, it has to be their energy on defense and limiting the turnovers. Every single game we've seen the Storm lead. It's the turnovers that get them and those second chance points as well, offensive rebounds.
And there's one right there on cue, Alyssa, as Gabby Williams goes in and scores. Natalie Nakase wanted the and 1, didn't get it.
And that's how Gabby Williams can get her game on track, too. I mean, she was 2 for 8, only had very single digits in that first half. That's not what we've seen from her as of late.
Let's go back to Chantel, a report from the halftime conversation with Seattle's coaching staff.
He had a chance to speak with assistant coach Jarrell Christian. He said we need to continue to shoot the ball. He likes what he's seeing there on the court, but still clean a few things up. He says stay contesting their shots and really crash the boards. He said Golden State is a great offensive rebounding team, so to limit them to just 1 shot. Dick?
Thanks, Chantel. Damalanga off the back iron. What is Golden State doing so well limiting Malanga? She's just 1 of 6.
Well, they've kept her out of the paint for the most part. Every single post-up, they're doing their work early and pushing her, pushing her, pushing her. The looks that she has had are when she posts up early and kind of catches the defense, and Kia Stokes primarily by surprise, but Stokes has done a good job keeping her out of her comfort zone.
Golden State trying to extend their biggest lead of the game. It's at 5 right now at 47-42 as Veronica Burton attacked the middle of the Seattle defense.
But I think it's also Dominique Malanga needing to be more aggressive. I mean, remember her against Las Vegas. She was attacking Asia Wilson relentlessly. She didn't have many minutes, but 19 points in 17 minutes. She knew she had to be the #1 option on offense.
Bounce pass. Veronica Burton coming from the weak side, and she'll go to the free throw line for 2. Golden State sharing the basketball very well. And now for a word from State Farm.
You know who puts in the work like you, Caitlin? State Farm. They help you get the coverage that fits your life and budget. Speaking of work, I haven't taken a game off in almost 20 years.
You got somewhere else to go?
Maybe. No.
Welcome back to Seattle. Dick Fain, Alyssa Charleston-Smith. 6-point lead for Gabby Williams and the Golden State Valkyries. And timeout taken on the floor as Sonia Rahman does not like the way her team has come out in the first 3 minutes. They trail by 6. Golden State 48, Seattle 42. And Tisha Heidemann crosses the timeline, guarded by Burton. Here's Pham with it. Horston on the attack. 7 on the shot clock for Heidemann. Horston, the spin move, gets it kicked away, and here comes Burton the other way. 3 on 3. She has to hold up.
That's now 3 turnovers in under 3 minutes for the Storm to start the third quarter.
And Seattle only had 3 the entire half. That is incredible.
Second lowest of the season.
Got a whistle on the foul prior to the shot. Seattle's shooting from 2-point range 6 of 24. Wow, 24%.
They've just been getting it done from 3, but that will not do if they're not as hot from 3 in the second half.
Gabby, the step on everybody and coasts in for the bucket. Points in the paint now 18-10 in favor of Golden State.
And you like that for Gabby Williams. Again, she got the steal into a layup. She got right past her defender to the rim. It's where she can get really hot.
Johnson, bounce pass inside. Horston, nicely done. So excellent execution on both ends of the floor there. One for Golden State, one for Seattle. Crowd's starting to sit back and murmur a little bit right now. They need a bolster of energy from their team right now. See if they can get it. Ooh, the bounce pass was there. It was kicked. It'll be Seattle basketball. That was the right pass by Steph Dolson. It just got kicked away. As you see, Gabby Williams here, beautiful drive with the left.
This is what we didn't see from her in the first half. Jordan Horston was on her, but I think she was switched. Awa was on her there. Gabby Williams, but the answer, Horston on the other end. Again, the off-ball movement, the cuts. Horston is so active.
Heidemann has it. Mikase wanted to travel there on Flage, didn't get it. 6 on the shot clock, great D. Horston 3, that one's off.
And to trust Kia Stokes to not only hard hedge, but fully switch on to Natisha Heidemann there is what made everything so difficult. When Heidemann is not seeing the floor well, like having a 6'4" Kia Stokes, things are going to be problematic for Seattle.
Salon 3, she stays red hot. Janelle Salon, she's now got 4 triples in the game and 19 points, leading all scorers. Heidemann leads Seattle in scoring, misses that one. And out of bounds.
Janelle Salon loves shooting in Climate Pledge Arena. Just refilling, moving when the ball is away. Seattle defense caught sleeping, and Awa raised her hand after that saying, my bad.
The hottest shooter on the floor gets a wide open look. And I mean wide open look.
Yep.
Here's Burton with it. Leaning and drawing contact. Veronica Burton, who started slow in this game, all of a sudden now has an opportunity for her 7th and 8th points. And she has 6 assists, and that's a key. That's her average on the season. But when she gets to 6 assists, Golden State's undefeated. They have not lost a game when she has 6 or more assists, 6-0. Hey fans of WNBA, back on ION next Friday. Coverage begins at 7 p.m. Eastern with the Washington Mystics and the New York Liberty, followed by the Minnesota Lynx and these Golden State Valkyries.
Yeah, Burton's so important to this team offensively and defensively. She can really do it all. I mean, you put a small guard on her and she will take you to the rim relentlessly. And we saw that in the first half, a little bit more of it now.
Burton's second good as well, and all of a sudden this has been walked out to an 11-point lead. So both teams' biggest lead in this game, 11. Seattle's came very, very early after a 15-2 run. And Golden State doing what they did to Seattle in the first meeting. Seattle had a big lead at the end of one, down in Golden State, and then the Valkyries just really blew Seattle out in the second and third quarters. Ended up winning by 11 as Seattle had a much better fourth quarter to cut what was a lead that was towards 20 in the third.
And it's been their MO all season. If they have this lead and they don't turn the ball over, they stay together, they don't get sloppy, the Storm can win. But right now, Golden State has turned them over 4 times in the third quarter already, and many of them are Seattle's own doing.
More turnovers in the first 6 minutes of this quarter than they had all first half long. Burton keeps the dribble. Gets one up, no good. Good rebound by Steph Dolson, surrounded by Valkyries. Melvin the push. And that one's nearly turned over. Nobody does it better on the wing than Gabby Williams, I'll tell you that. But she didn't get that one. Here's Awa backing in on Janelle Salon. Scoops up with the right hand and draws the foul. Seattle needs more of that. There's no question about it. They're only 6 of 8 from the free throw line today.
And just shots inside the paint, too. I mean, getting Awa Pham posted up is something I don't think we've seen all game.
Seattle being outscored in the paint 18-12. as Dom Malonga will check back in. And the call on the floor has been challenged. So we'll see. Natalie Nikasi saying, yeah, I don't know if this was a foul. We'll get a couple of looks at it from different angles. In an 11-point Golden State lead. This Golden State team has really done an excellent job since the beginning, taking care of the teams they should beat, we'll call it that. They, last year, against the top 4 teams, as you take a look here.
Pretty clean defense.
Yeah, wasn't a lot there, no question about it. They will review that. So last year, against the top 4 teams in the league, Golden State was only 2-13. But they were 21-8 against the rest of the league, and that's how you make the playoffs.
Yeah.
You don't make the playoffs beating the best teams in the league. You make the playoffs beating everybody else up, and that's what they did, 21-8. They're doing it again this year. They're 1-3 against the current top 4 teams in the league, but they're 6-2 against the rest of the league. That's just a recipe. Now, you're not going to get a 1, 2, or 3 seed doing that, but you're absolutely going to make the playoffs doing that every single year.
Well, no doubt, and you have to be aggressive. You have to be confident every single time you step on the floor, and we've seen them have close games with teams like the Aces. I mean, that went down to the wire when Jackie Young hit the step back 3. That's what they had to do on their home floor. This was in Las Vegas, so they're right there this year. You could see the push from last year to this year. They're in more of those games against the top teams.
Last year, they had the #1 defense in the WNBA at 76 a game, allowing just 40% shooting. This year, it's a little bit of a tick up, but in reality, it's the same because scoring in the league is a little bit up. So they're basically playing the same type of defense they were last year. They're just #3 this year, #1 last year, so just a hair of a difference there.
And they allow the fewest points in the paint, the fewest points off turnovers, and the 4th fewest fast break points. That is the makings of a phenomenal defense. And a big part of that is the fact that they don't turn over the ball. Like we mentioned earlier, under 10 a game.
Well, if you
Second best team is more than 12 turnovers per game.
And if you do all those things well, you can shoot poorly from 3 and still lead a game by 11, which is what we have here. Golden State is 6 of 24 from 3-point range, and they lead by 11 because what you said, they're doing all those other things right.
Yeah, and it's crazy also to look at it. I mean, it wasn't their worst half from 3 in terms of percentage this season, but 16 misses are a high in any half this season by Golden State. And they still stayed in it. And obviously now lead by quite a bit. But Janelle Salon has been the one factor that, I mean, she's been electric all game off the bench. The WNBA's leading scorer off the bench.
Well, the call upheld, but Ottawa doesn't make them pay. Misses both free throws. Salon, screen Burden. Gabby Williams with 8. Gets a step on her former teammate Samuelson and blows right by. That's a tough matchup for Katie Lou Samuelson.
Yeah, the second she saw that, I'm sure she was thinking, give me some space. Crossover from left to right, and again, that right-hand finish.
Melvin in with the left hand. Last touch by Williams. It'll be Seattle basketball. Yeah, this is an NC and no chance for Katie Lou Samuelson against the quickness of Gabby Williams.
Through the legs, that just gives her the extra burst of speed she needs to get past, especially as Samuelson is working her way back still and getting that comfort zone after recovering from the ACL.
Extended high post from Malonga. Gives it off to Awafam. 3 on the way. It's going to be off the glass and in, but an offensive foul is going to go on Dom Malonga on the screen. Fans are like, hey, it's tough enough for Seattle to score right now against this Golden State defense. We don't need offensive fouls wiping out 3 balls.
No, this is as painful as it gets, especially if it was a bank 3. It could have been something that just excites the crowd, but Malonga is having a rough game. 1 of 7 from the floor, and just hasn't been that stalwart defensively either.
Williams, this time on Jade Melvin. Nobody is stopping Gabby Williams. Gabby Williams with 27 and 25 her last 2 games. She's got 17 right now.
And the 3 wasn't falling first half, right? So clearly an emphasis, hey, you can beat anyone off the dribble in the WNBA. Get inside the paint in half 2. She's done that.
Oh, Baum had Small in the house. Instead, they kicked it back to Natisha Heidemann, who's really been bailing Seattle out a lot this season with shots like that.
5 seconds still to go on the shot clock. Way downtown.
That was from about 28. That was Caitlin Clark range right there. And an offensive foul on Golden State. And first it was Katie Lou, and then it was Jade, victimized by Gabby Williams.
Gabby just so quick with that dribble, but Heidemann sees no one close enough. I guess 4 feet, 5 feet, 6 feet beyond the 3 is in range for Heidemann this year.
Not quite Clark ring because her foot wasn't on the logo at center court. Here's Heidemann for 3. She said, look out. Look at me. Give me the ball. Natisha Heidemann trying to bring Seattle back in, and there's a steal. So the crowd now has been sleepy for the third quarter, has awakened. Pham inside. They got the quick switch by Salon back on her, but Pham with a great move, can't finish. Ball loose on the deck. It'll be Golden State ball. Boy, Seattle has to capitalize on a play like that.
Just got sped up by the defense there, trying to go a little too fast. But Natisha Heidemann injecting excitement into Climate Pledge Arena. Another 3. She has been unbelievable, 5 of 6.
Heidemann now 3 or more threes in 8 of her last 12 games. She's in the top 5 in the league in made threes. She had 28 coming in. She's got 5 in this one. She is 5 of 6. Hayes with it. Fans chanting defense, and Tiffany Hayes snuggles at home.
Well, Tiffany Hayes has sort of been what Natisha Heidemann was early when things aren't quite working for the Valkyries for a few possessions. Hayes early in the first half was that player, that bucket.
High post Malonga. Here's Melvin. To Pham, catch and shoot. Off the mark. Should be Seattle basketball and will be. Phom's a little bit frustrated right now. She had a 3 waved off by the offensive foul. Then she missed a layup. Now she airballs that 3. Just some growing pains for the 19-year-old Spaniard.
And Golden State, primarily Janelle Salon, has done a really good job keeping her out of the paint. I think we've only seen that 1 post-up from Awa Pham. 2 post-ups total.
1 on the shot clock. Heidemann's got to chuck it up, and does, in a shot clock violation. It'll go to Golden State's way. Heidemann with the braids today. Doesn't have the full-on pink big hair like she has been.
She actually had this exact same hairstyle the last time they played Golden State.
In the first game of the season.
First game of the season, yeah. Just
it worked for us.
Watching film, yeah.
Here's Hayes with it. Catch and shoot. No good. Good box out by Katie Lou Samuelson, but it goes over her head. Salon's been red hot. Oh, in and out. That would have been kind of a first dagger of the second half. That would have put them up 14 and a loose ball foul. It's going to go against Seattle, though. Did not see what Awa Pham did there, and neither did she.
Well, regardless of the results, I mean, you as a leader has to bring this team together. If they don't decide to challenge, oh, they are challenging.
Let's take a look at this. Seattle is challenging. Yeah, got her across the face. Got her across the face. I would be very surprised if this was overturned.
Yeah, going for the rebounds. I'm sure.
Golden State has only out-rebounded 2 teams all season long, but they are dominating the glass today, 25-19. Not that Seattle's been a great defensive team, but you really thought if there was going to be a game that Seattle was going to win the rebounding battle, it might be this one against Golden State. Has not happened.
Yeah, and they've given up 6 offensive rebounds. And in a game where Golden State isn't doing well from 3, that's the second chance points that they now have a 7-3 advantage. And they also have a 22-12 advantage inside the paint, and that also comes off of those boards. It's the boxing out, it's the finishing the defensive possessions. You knew Golden State was going to use most of the shot clock most of the time because they are methodical, play at the slowest pace in the WNBA, but you have to finish possessions for Seattle in addition to playing defense the whole time.
Seattle led by the 19 of Natisha Heidemann on 6 of 11, has 5 threes in this one. No one else in double figures for the Storm. Katie Lou Samuelson's actually their second leading scorer with 8 points. She's hit 2 threes. Pham with 6 points, and no one has more than 4 boards for Seattle. I mean, it has just been rough on the glass for the Storm.
And that's where you want to see Malonga and Pham are not having great games offensively. This is a moment where you do everything else that you can control. The effort plays, getting in the lane, getting some steals, blocks, tipped passes, rebounds primarily.
So an unsuccessful challenge, as we suspected. So Golden State can extend this out to 13 here at the free throw line from Tiffany Hayes, who reached a big milestone in the first half. 5,000 points in her WNBA career. Hayes knocks down the first. She was an all-star back in 2017. First team All-WNBA in 2018. And the 6th woman of the year with Vegas a couple of years ago in 2024. And one of the plethora of UConn Huskies in this game. Keisha Heidemann gets pushed by Kyla Charles. .7 left. Boy, the next 2 to 3 minutes at game time really going to be crucial for Seattle. They can get back into it, get the crowd on their feet, make it a 6-7 point game, and we'll have something interesting down the stretch. Or Golden State can just put the hammer down and be up 17-18. See what happens. Heidemann goes in strong. One of the few times we've seen Heidemann go right down the middle. It's usually been a 3-ball from Natisha tonight, as 5 of her 6 made field goals are from behind the arc. She's only been in the line once, so this will be her second opportunity here and a chance to get to 20 points on the game.
And plays like that are what you have to have for Seattle to stay in this game. Golden State is making their push, and getting high efficient shots at the rim or getting to the free throw line is so much better than what we've seen early in this third quarter, where they were just turning it over. It was too much passing, getting sloppier and sloppier, and being less decisive.
And the free throws starting to rear their ugly head here. 6 of 11 is Seattle at the line. As Heidemann makes that one, she is at 20 for the 3rd time this season. Her season high against Washington, 24, which was also a career high, and had 20 against Connecticut. Here's Williams going right at Horston. Bounce pass and kicked by Jade Melvin out of bounds.
Watch out for Janelle Salon is who they've gone to, end of shot clock.
Flau'jae Johnson will come in to replace Katie Lou Samuelson for some defense here. She'll guard Hayes in the corner. Check that. Kayla Thornton in the corner. Here's Salon on the deck. 3-ball on the way. Veronica Burton strikes with 12 seconds left to go in the 3rd.
Making the extra pass are the Valkyries.
Horston, head down. Now Flau'jae going right in on Gabby Williams and scores. Seattle needs more of Flau'jae going downhill in the 4th quarter. It worked there and has been working all season long.
This French team is scary.
Seattle did not have a lot of energy in that 3rd quarter. The fans trying to provide it now. They are on their feet. Here's Burton, 3-ball on the way. That one's off the mark. Offensive rebound. Gabby Williams goes right around Jordan Horston, but the shot is blocked from behind. So Horston lost Gabby there, but found her quickly.
Yeah, faked her out with a little bit of a half spin. Oh, board, though. You cannot let Golden State continue to build on their lead with 2nd, 3rd chances.
On the handoff to Malonga inside, trying to play bully ball on her French teammate. Can't get it to go. It's just been a rough offensive game for the leading scorer of the Storm. Dom Malonga is 1 of 7 for 2 points.
Yeah, they've been physical with her, and Salon, whoever it is inside, has just been pushing her outside the paint, not letting her have the easy turnaround so she can use the backboard.
Taking a look at the shot clock and get it appropriately set. Dom had 21 and 8 in the first meeting between these two teams. She is nowhere close tonight. Awafam baseliner. That one's no good. And Awafam just 2 of 8. So those two players, 3 of 15.
Yep, that's Golden State's money right now. Defensively, they have made the Storm post players irrelevant in this game.
Here's Salon, catch and shoot over Malonga, in and out. That would have been the first nail in Seattle's coffin had that gone in. Seattle trying to get this down to 11, potentially 10. Jaden Melvin, clear path and can't get it to go. Seattle's missed 3 or 4 fairly easy layups in this one.
Yeah, first half as well. Second half, it's carried over, but I think those straight line drives or getting to the rim is what they have to continue to do to stay in this game or chip away, because it's just not coming from the posts.
Seattle in the paint as that 3 is off the mark. And Flau'jae Johnson's got it on the run. She does not have numbers. She's going to put her head down anyway and go baseline. And we got a whistle before the shot. But how about this for points in the paint percentage? Seattle in the paint tonight, Alyssa, is 7 of 26 for 27%. Golden State is 65%, 11 of 17. Natisha Heidemann with it up top. Johnson drives in, leaves it off for Horston. That one's short arm. Just dreadful shooting in the paint for Seattle.
And we've seen that at Toronto too, when they had a season high 38 field goal attempts in the paint, but missed more than half of them.
There's a pick going the other way. Can you get a pick 6 out of it? Heidemann lays it up and in. I mean, I don't know if I've ever seen these splits before. 10 of 18 from 3, 8 of 32 from 2. I can't ever remember that happening in all my years of doing this. Heidemann forces the turnover on Burton. And, Seattle's youth around Damalonga, Awafam, Flau'jae Johnson, right? They're number 2 overall pick last year. They're 2 picks from this year. They're going to have years and years of success with those 3. You add in Ezi Magbogor when she comes back, and that's a really nice core. And those 3, Dom, Awa, and Flau'jae, are averaging 37 points combined a game. Tonight, they've got 14 total.
Yeah, it's just the finishing inside. I mean, Flau'jae hasn't gotten to the rim a ton, but when she does, she finishes. It's the Dom and Fam situation. They're just not able to finish quite like Horston and Flau'jae Johnson have inside.
And Flau'jae gets that one to go. Fans still believing. Single digits. Still plenty of time left. 7 minutes and change.
But if you're an opposing defense creating the scout for the Storm, you want to give up the 3 and take away the paint, or make it tough inside at least.
Burton, tough shot over Fam. 1 on the shot clock, no good. Seattle does not get that. Was just a bad luck bounce there. Went over Natisha Heidemann's head. She was in the exact right position for that rebound. That one's short. Salon's got it. Ball loose. Now it's Flau'jae. Golden State scoreless in the 4th. Problem is, Seattle hasn't scored a lot either. So they haven't been able to run Golden State down. They're just kind of slowly walking them down. Johnson picks up her dribble. Got to make something happen. Why not? Natisha Heidemann's hit from everywhere else, but not here. 0.4 left on the shot clock. Tried to be saved by Jade Melvin. It'll be Golden State basketball.
And it's tough because Natisha has been so good from 3. But 3rd and 4th quarter, really the only thing that has worked is those guards getting inside the paint, driving, finishing. And when you draw a crowd, if you continue to finish, then you can start spraying out and getting 3s.
Golden State 0 for 6 in the quarter, 0 for 5 from 3. But they're still up 9. Can they put 1 on the board? No. Rebound Johnson. Surveys the scene. Bounce past Jade Melvin. Shot blocked. Beautifully done, and it's going to be Golden State basketball. That is the defense that Natalie Nakase's team has played from the second this franchise was born.
Gets in front, the hustle of Veronica Burton, and that's a blocked shot. That's a volleyball block. The hustle, though, to get all the way down and get in front of Jade Melvin. And Jade, who is so good at drawing the foul, typically.
Hayes, catch and shoot, corner 3, back iron again. Golden State still over. But no rebounds by Seattle. They've been crushed on the glass, 31-24. Salon 3, no good. Get a board if you're Seattle. The fans are like, you gotta be kidding me with this. Get a rebound.
That's maybe 4 offensive rebounds.
Put a body on somebody.
It's when the shot goes up. We've seen this from the Storm multiple times, and kudos to the Valkyries just attacking the glass relentlessly, knowing that those long rebounds are easier to get. But too many bodies just standing. You see Awa there.
That was
finding a body and boxing out.
That was OG Anunoby crashing right there. I mean, nobody touching her. So Pham will sit. Malonga, Heidemann, Melvin Horston, and Flau'jae Johnson for Seattle. Hayes has got it for the Valkyries. 6 on the shot clock. Still scoreless in the quarter. Turnaround. Hayes can't go. Can they get a board? Hey, they got one. And a foul. It was tough, though. They almost didn't have that one, too.
Yeah, way too many offensive rebounds here for Golden State in the span of like 3-4 possessions.
And Jordan Horston got a little ankle tweak there, trying to run it off. She might be out of commission for this possession. She's calling for a sub. Here's Malonga with it, and that's good fortune for Seattle that the foul was there. They got to get Horston out, and Katie Lou Samuelson's going to come into the game.
And that's Seattle's best defender leaving the court right now with a potential injury. That's not just for this game, but you look at the future. You hope it's not a serious sprained ankle or foot injury.
12 on the shot clock. Johnson gets it back. Lobs it inside. Beautifully done, but Dom Malonga travels with the basketball.
Janelle Salon has been a phenomenal defender tonight. She initially had that rejection on the pass, similar volleyball block. She has been frustrating Seattle's post players all night long, and even when she switches onto a guard, she's been awesome.
Seattle's got 19 points in the half. And Golden State's got 0 in the quarter. First half was fun. It was offensive. It had flow. This second half has been rough. 3-ball, though. That's not rough. Janelle Salon. Salon with 22. Heidemann falls down. And she's hurt. And Malonga's down. I mean, this is getting ugly for the Storm. We got bodies on the deck. Malonga got hit in the face. 12-point lead for the Valkyries.
Malonga is in bad shape right now.
Remember, Dom Malonga missed 8 games in concussion protocol. So we can only hope that this was just a smack to the face and not something more severe.
And you also go back to March when she had a concussion while competing with France in the FIBA qualifiers. 2 concussions in a short span of time. You hope this is not a head injury.
And a nice hand for Dom Malonga. She is wiping her eye. Let's hope that's all it is. And she's going to the locker room.
So now 2 of Seattle's starters.
See what happens here. So Heidemann just loses her footing. It just kind of looks like a follow through there by Thornton. I would imagine that's incidental contact. I mean, I can't see anything egregious about that.
No, I was almost thinking it was Thornton's shoe that Dom might have hit, but
take one more look here. I think it's just the hand, right? Yeah, it's the hand.
Yep. And it's Thornton trying to go the other way. That's incidental contact. I mean, she's trying to get momentum to head the other direction.
What is causing the sloppiness on the Seattle offense, like you see right there. I mean, Natisha Heidemann, you don't normally just see her fall down on a dribble. Is it something that Golden State is doing?
You're seeing more stagnance from the Seattle offense around the ball, and that's something that they've called out post-game. We got a little bit too stagnant, too still, you know, one player operating and everybody just kind of watching. And because that low energy third quarter, I think we saw that to an even higher extent as Natisha falls right here, and there's 3 players around the rim, around the arc that aren't moving. Dom is going to try and help with that turnover and try to fight to get the ball back. But that's the Storm kind of figuring out who is going to be the scorer in those moments. Well, everybody has to still be active.
And the Seattle defense has done everything they need to do to come back in this game. I mean, they held Golden State scoreless for 5 minutes. Not just without a field goal, completely scoreless for 5 minutes, but they could only trim it down to 9, and then it's back up to 12 now.
Yeah, Golden State has played together for an entire season. They really have their identity down.
There's been a technical foul on Kayla Thornton. I'm a little surprised by that. So Natisha Heidemann will shoot the free throw. For the fourth quarter are startling. Golden State is 1 of 11. Seattle is 2 of 9. And Golden State has nearly taken every shot from behind the arc. They are 0 for 2 from 2 and 1 of 9 from 3.
The Salon 3 is the only
one
made shot for Golden State in this quarter.
And by the way, that Salon 3 is a new career high, the 5th of the game. Ties her career high for most threes in the game. She also had 5 against Seattle before. So Seattle's just like, yeah, we don't want to play her anymore.
Yeah, she is a headache.
10 threes on the season for Janelle Salon against the Storm in 2 games. There's a bumping foul on Katie Lou Samuelson. The fans are salty here.
Yes. And I wonder if that has something to do with the referees grab control of the game right there by calling a technical foul. Whether or not Kayla Thornton, did not look intentional. The arm swung back, but it looked as though, for us, that she was just heading the other direction.
Well, she can't have any idea that Dom's behind her there.
No.
Oh, Hayes with a nice move on Johnson and can't get the finish. Black shirts on the run. Here comes Heidemann. Pulls up, cross-court pass Johnson, drives in and throws it away. There's that help defense you were talking about. They're always in the right place.
They are. They're so smart. And I think Natisha, in that scenario, we've heard Sonia Rahman say, when we get a stop, we're pausing ourselves. Like, we're stopping ourselves by slowing down. You could put pressure on the Golden State Valkyries defense by attacking right away.
Oh, that's a push-off right there. That could be a flagrant right there. There's no question. That was a frustration push-off, and Sonia Rahman wants it.
Did they call that on Jade Melvin?
They called the foul on Jade?
Yep, they called it on Jade Melvin.
Wow. And they will review again. So Jade, you can see the foul potentially there. And a push off on Salon. I mean, Jade sold it.
Yeah, yeah.
There's no question.
Salon stopped.
It looked worse in real time.
Yeah. Than it did in review.
We have official review here. So this game is getting chippy. A lot of bodies on the deck. Dom Malonga has already left the game with an injury. Heidemann was down for a while. It looks like Malonga is now back. She's pointing at her eye. So not that an eye injury is good news, but it is a lot better than the alternative because she missed 8 games with a concussion. As you mentioned, she also had a concussion in the offseason as well, playing overseas.
And Jordan Horston just ran back as well. She was in the locker room. She just rejoined the team huddle as well. That's good news for the Storm. But with this Janelle Salon foul, I did not see an elbow extend high. It didn't aim toward the head or neck. There was a frustrated look on her face, so I think from our perspective, it looked like she was trying to clear some space and get the small guard off of her.
And now here's a word from State Farm.
Caitlin, you know, State Farm sees everything, so you get coverage that fits your life and budget.
You mentioned.
I see everything, too. Like the shot clock looking down on me.
Well, he does know math.
Okay, that is cool.
Let's take a look at this again. The foul originally called on Jade Melvin. The review was for the push-off by Salon, clearing space. And we have discovered there is no foul on the play. So an inadvertent whistle. And it'll be Golden State basketball. Let's see how the last 3:21 evolves. Or maybe devolves.
Yeah. An 11-point game. I mean, Dom Malonga back in the mix for the Storm. What can you show here? What kind of effort and energy on defense is where the Storm have to generate to get back in this game?
Williams clear space against Melvin, in and out. Malonga the rebound. See if Seattle can show some heart here, because they're still in the game and they've showed a lot of heart this year. Heidemann sets her feet, no good. Malonga the rebound, and the putback is in. It's a 9-point game. This is not over.
And Malonga had to see that one go down. Before that, she was 1 of 8.
And an offensive foul on Burton. Seattle's got the ball, and Atisha Heidemann's fired up, and so's the crowd now.
Danger.
This was an angry crowd. Now it's a fired up crowd. And a timeout at the end, and it was kind of surprising to not see them fight in the third quarter, but they're punching now.
Yeah, they're getting to the rim. They're running in transition. They're getting stops on defense and rebounding. Dom Malonga.
Malonga up and in, and she'll go to the line, and it could be a 6-point game. And the fans are really into it now, and Seattle starting to dominate the paint, something they haven't done close to in the first 3.5 quarters.
Yeah, they've now evened it up, 22 all. Dom, the fight inside. This is what she is capable of doing. It's been a frustrating game, but no better time to show up than right now.
Dom Malonga with 6 points on just 3 of 10, but now has 7 rebounds, and she knocks that free throw down. It's a 2-possession game, kind of out of nowhere.
And especially with Golden State still having a cold shooting night, this really could go down to the wire if the Storm gets some stops and they're smart on offense.
Golden State has 3 points in the quarter. Burton with it. The Janelle Salon 3, the only points they have. Burton into the lane, no good. Rebound Seattle.
A tough take by Burton there, trying to go on the smaller Natisha Heidemann. It's worked for her for part of the game.
Heidemann, bounce pass, bomb, 4-point game. Timeout, Natalie Nakasi. Her team's in trouble right now. They can't score, and now they can't get stops.
That last timeout was a smart one by Natalie Nakase. You thought that might end the Storm's momentum? No. They're right back at you. And stuff that we haven't seen the entire game with the wide open pick and roll from Awa Pham. Natisha Heidemann waiting for the screen, attacking, and that's a hard hedge, kind of a double by the Golden State Valkyries. Janelle Salon, nobody on Awa Pham.
Boy, if you gave up on this one about 20 minutes ago and then just turned it back on, you have missed a heck of a comeback by the Seattle Storm. Golden State took its largest lead of the game of 15 with 12 seconds left to go in the third quarter. And since then, Seattle has gone on a 14-3. I mean, it's called a run. It's mostly been a walk, though. It has not been a long stretched period of time where they scored 14 points. Golden State is 1 of 16 in the quarter. Now, you can't expect that to continue, but if it does for 2 more minutes, Seattle's going to pull off a miracle. But they're still 2 possessions down, 69-65. It's been Dom Malonga and Awa Pham, 2 of the players that this franchise has built their future around. One of the reasons that there is no Nneka anymore. There is no Gabby anymore. There is no Skylar anymore in Seattle. They are going to the youth. They are going to their 19-year-old Awafam. They're going to their 20-year-old Dom Malonga, and they're going to their 22-year-old Flau'jae Johnson. And those three have stepped up in the fourth quarter.
And they've seen so many games fall out of their hands late. And the rookie inexperience, I mean, we mentioned it early, but this lineup only has, or the starting lineup only has 10 years of experience. Golden State so experienced in terms of WNBA.
Here's Gabby working on Jade Melvin. Golden State's got to get a good shot. And they just forced contact there. You could tell that was the directive in the huddle for Natalie Nakase was, you get to the line any way you possibly can on this possession.
Yeah, staying aggressive to the rim, not settling for those outside shots when you have to have a good look.
That is, I mean, that's like a 3rd and 2 carry right there for Tiffany Hayes. I mean, she got the first down and a little bit more. And she knocks down the free throw. The towel's waving here in Seattle. Nobody left. They could have, though. They could have left. It was not looking good for the Storm with about 6 or 7 minutes left to go in this one. Second free throw, up and in. Back to 6, still plenty of time. 2-possession game.
Again, Tiffany Hayes has been crucial for the Valkyries in their moments of most need.
And a steam Heidemann off the glass, back to 4. Natisha Heidemann coming to play. She now has 25, that is a career high. Gabby Williams, and a steal! Heidemann's got it! Looking for 27, goes in on Burton, shot blocked and out of bounds. Sonia Rahman won the foul. Did we get a foul? Yes, we did. Veronica Burton with the call, or excuse me, Veronica Burton's getting the foul call. Kelsey Reynolds with the call on the backside, and she really wasn't even the official that was near the play.
Yeah, she was sort of on the baseline there, far away on the sideline. But Natisha Heidemann taking it strong to the hoop. That's exactly what you want to see if you're the coach right now. That's not a bad looking block, but I think because of her arms coming down, it's always that downward motion, the swats from the defense that gets called.
Oh, and Heidemann misses the free throw. She can still make it a 1-possession game here, though. One thing I'm noticing, though, Golden State, a very veteran team.
Yeah.
They're really losing their composure the last couple minutes. They're every play they're arguing with the official. Burton was arguing there. Gabby was arguing down at the other end. They are focused on the calls more than the game right now, and it is costing them. Yeah. It's 71-68.
You read it on Gabby Williams' face right after the turnover. Either looked at Natalie Nakase or looked at a referee hoping for something.
Biggest stop of the game here for Seattle. Biggest possession of the game for Golden State. Hayes with it against Jade. Crossover. Thought about the 3. Salon's been on fire all game. 1 on the shot clock. Hayes has to fling it. No good. Over the back. Seattle will have the basketball. They can tie it on this possession, and Sonia Rahman wants to talk it over.
And you talked about Golden State looking at the referees. They're also looking hesitant. That's a 3 that Janelle Salon would have taken in the first, second, and third quarter. She is hesitating. Everybody else running it down to the end of the shot clock. Tiffany Hayes, the 3 did not look good out of her hands. I mean, Golden State, they're not in their element right now.
All right, let's talk about this. 56.5 left. Let's start with Sonia Rahman. What's the conversation going on in that huddle right now?
They want a good look, right? You got 1 minute left. You don't need to rush. Down 3. I think you can definitely get that easy 2, that good look for a 2. They're not in a rush to find a good shot. And I'm thinking it's going to be in Natisha Heidemann's hands, or you're posting Dom up inside. No matter what, you're attacking the glass. You're not necessarily so worried about getting back. Attacking the glass for more opportunities.
Shooting in the fourth quarter, Alyssa. Seattle 6 of 15, 40%. Nothing special. Golden State, 1 of 16. 1 of 16 with 4 turnovers.
I can't imagine we will ever see those kind of numbers from Golden State again in a quarter. That is shocking.
Golden State is 8 of 37 from three-point range today. Both teams with the reset timeout. Seattle the only team with a regular timeout. They have 2 of them. And both teams are in the bonus. We'll see where they decide to go. You would imagine it'll start with number 14 in the high post, Dom Malonga.
Get her inside the paint at all costs.
Heidemann with it. Gets the screen from Malonga. Drives in. Off the window. No good. Malonga, and there's an over the back, and Malonga's going to the free throw line. She can cut it to 1. Malonga was in excellent position for the offensive board. And the free throws have been a bit of a problem for Seattle. 10 of 16, 62%. Good look by Heidemann.
Yeah, like we discussed, that nobody really is getting back. Jade's sort of heading the other way, but everybody attacking the glass. You have to get as many possessions as you possibly can right now. I like the idea that pick and roll. That's what we saw Awa Fam get wide open on, because maybe they were betting Golden State would have similar screen defense. Didn't need to get the ball to Dom because Natisha attacked so hard.
And that is 6 fouls on Janelle Salon. Career high 22 and a career high 5 threes. That is huge, because no one has made threes other than her. She has 5 of the 8 for Golden State the entire game. Not that Golden State needs a 3, but that's just what they do.
And she's been the phenomenal defender. She was, at times, your tallest player on the floor when Kia wasn't on the floor. That smaller lineup, huge made free throw there by Dominique Malonga. But Janelle Salon is the reason why Awa Fam and Dominique Malonga were having tough games inside the paint.
Well, Malonga is no longer having a tough game. She has had an amazing 4th quarter. It is a 1-point game. How did we get here? My goodness. The crowd deafening at Climate Pledge Arena. Tiffany Hayes against Flau'jae Johnson. Loses the basketball, gets it back. Burton's got it with 10 on the shot clock. Crosses over, she loses it. Help comes. Back to Hayes. 4 on the shot clock. She loses the ball. It's Seattle basketball.
Seattle's energy on defense is everything right now. They're flying around. It doesn't help that Golden State looks hesitant. They look like a team that's getting come back on, if that's a way to say it. The pressure is on, and nobody really looks super confident with the ball in their hands. The Storm are just fueled by their own crowd, flying around, not letting anybody get past them. That on-ball defense is phenomenal.
Seattle trailed by 15 with seconds left in the 3rd. They try to take the lead. Oh, and they can't get it to go. Flau'jae Johnson misses. 1 second differential in the game and shot. They're going to have to foul, and they do with Tiffany Hayes.
Off the reset timeout, they advance the ball. That was a great look for Flau'jae Johnson. She's kicking herself, but that was a good look for the Storm.
Flau'jae Johnson drafted by Golden State, traded to Seattle, a much talked about transaction in the WNBA on draft night. She has 8 to go along with 6 rebounds in this game. Tiffany Hayes to the line in a 1-point game. The first one is good. Well, we mentioned a few minutes ago how it was really surprising that for the first time all year, it looks like Seattle was just kind of letting down. And it almost looked like they were just going to get blown out, because they fought hard all year, and then all of a sudden it just turned around. And maybe some of those hard fouls. Dom got knocked out of the game, came back in. We got a timeout on the floor, 20.
They need 3.
Seattle out of timeouts. 21.3. Quick 2's fine at this point.
Yep, absolutely. That's what I think. Natisha will have it in her hands. Might see that pick and roll action again.
Seattle hasn't led since the early stages of this one. They actually had, believe it or not, an 11-point lead in the first quarter, but it evaporated quickly. Melvin to the rookie Johnson. Here's Heidemann, the player of the game for Seattle thus far. Melvin driving baseline, putting it up and scoring. 13.4 left. Timeout, Natalie Nakase, her final timeout of the game.
A good read there by Natisha Heidemann. She knew that she didn't have the open lane, got it to Jade Melvin. Crucial baseline drive there, the secondary action of a play once the initial one broke down.
And an uncommon driving location for Jade Melvin. She is usually straight down the middle. I can't remember this year her going baseline like this.
I can't either, but when you're there and you only have a few seconds left, way to make do. And a great finish, protecting the ball with her body. The reverse. This is a moment where the Storm have not been in a situation where they end up winning and taking it over. This would be a first this season where they are really able to finish out a win and come from behind.
Well, you take a look at the players to foul if you're Seattle, and there's not a lot of them. Golden State shoots 77% from the free throw line. Williams is at 75. You don't want to foul Burton. She's at 82%. Salon's out of the game. Kayla Thornton's at 91%.
And you look at tonight.
Stokes is in there, but there's no way she's getting the ball.
No, she's going to be setting screens. They're 17 of 19 from the free throw line tonight. But again, we've seen some hesitation that can get into your head at this point in the game. Golden State's hoping their veterans just knock down, step up with confidence once they're fouled.
Or can Seattle get the turnover? Williams with it against Melvin. Fouls her old teammate. So Gabby Williams to the free throw line. Williams tonight is a perfect 3 of 3. She's 34 of 44 on the season at 77%. Gabby Williams spent the last 4 years as a member of the Seattle Storm. And now trying to extend the lead for Golden State up to 3. But regardless, Seattle's going to get an opportunity to tie or win this game, and they have no timeouts left.
Yeah, that's crucial. And at 21 seconds when they were deciding on the other play, you needed it because you also had to advance the ball with that last timeout Sonia Rahman took. But Gabby Williams stepping up with ice in her veins. Hitting both.
From to inbound. 3-point game. Heidemann to Malonga. Back to Heidemann. Shot blocked. Excellently done. Heidemann gets it back, and it's a tie-up with 4.2 left. What a defensive play.
And of course, it's Kia Stokes.
You bet.
Top 5 in block shots in the WNBA. Ready for it. You know Seattle is dying for a 3. And of course, it's going to come out of Natisha Heidemann's hands.
Massive advantage for Golden State on this tip.
I'd say so.
It's going to go right between Thornton and Charles. And there it is. And the foul with 2.3. One free throw and it's over.
And Golden State is going to be thankful getting out of this game, shooting the way they did. 8 of 37 from 3. I mean, if you can get out of this building with a win after shooting like that, when that is your bread and butter, man. Relying on the defense. It's Kia Stokes. The block shot has had a pretty quiet game, but a loud finish.
One to finish it. And the first one goes after hitting a whole lot of iron.
Every bit of the rim.
Wow. So Golden State will survive. That one's off. Melvin at the horn. No good. And survive is the only word you can use to describe